Well, this was the week 19 of the year 2016. It was a quite interesting week this week. To start with the first thing, Mr. Trump has become the presumptive Republican nominee, which is a good news. The United States will finally get not a career politician as a presidential candidate, instead of, well, let's say Clinton, who is in politics almost all her life and doesn't know what happens in real world. So hopefully in November people will vote for Trump and let him make America great again, as his slogan says. Another news about Trump: he is being pounded by the media, or should I say leftist liberal media, about his tax documents, which is pathetic. There is no written rule that a presidential candidate or a candidate for any political position must hand over his personal tax documents. As ludicrous. And when the host of Good Morning America, George Stephanopoulos, or whatever his last name is, demanded from Trump something regarding his taxes, Trump answered to him in the most correct way possible: "It's none of your business." And it's indeed, it's none of his business. Trump decides if he wants to show his taxes or if he doesn't. It's his own private thing. Another thing, Daily Mail, or hang on, no, The Daily Show on the Comedy Central, which used to be kind of funny, satirical news program. Since their new host, Trevor Noah, the program became not funny, extremely left-wing, neoliberal, etc. And for the past half year, almost every episode of The Daily Show was focused on bashing Mr. Trump, bashing him as hard as possible. And since Mr. Trump became presumptive Republican nominee, The Daily Show went nuclear. Instead of being kind of satirically funny, Trevor Noah started blatantly insult Donald Trump for no apparent reason. He said the most ridiculous things about him. You can watch the episodes or the video clips on their website and judge for yourself. And then we come to London elected a new mayor, and that mayor is a Muslim, and he criticizes Trump regarding Trump's proposal to ban entrance of Muslims to the United States, a temporary ban, as Mr. Trump puts it. That's funny, because his own party, which is the Labour Party, aka the Socialist Party, several years ago, as far as I remember, it was 2009 or 2010, they denied entrance to a Dutch politician called Geert Wilders to enter UK to give a speech at the British Parliament. He was invited by a lord, of all people. So the Labour Party made possible that he was denied entrance because he was criticizing Muslims, and the Labour Party considered him a threat to the national stability. So, so practically what this London mayor says, when Muslims burn American flags, when they shout death to America, they should be allowed entrance in the country without any issues. But when you criticize Muslims in a Western country, Muslims can put pressure on the parties, mostly left-wing parties, to ban the politicians who criticize them to enter that country. What a ridiculous, what a ridiculous stuff is happening. But unfortunately it is happening. And the new London mayor is a hypocrite. Especially regarding London, which is for the most part a ghetto, with many neighborhoods that are claimed by a majority of Muslims, and where a regular white person cannot enter without having a big chance to being robbed, harassed, or something like that, or maybe even worse. And then the last news: the socialist mayor of Paris, Anne Hidalgo, who went to London to congratulate Khan with his victory, called Mr. Trump several times stupid man. Like, because Trump proposed a ban for Muslims to enter the United States. Probably this Paris mayor has a problem with both her long-term and her short-term memory. What happened in Paris over the past year? 2 terrorist attacks. First, head office of a satirical newspaper was attacked, and including editor-in-chief was shot to death because they had published cartoons about Prophet Muhammad, which the Muslims did not like, so they decided to kill half of the staff of this newspaper. And after that, of course, the last November, a group of Muslims who support Islamic State decided to shoot down over 130 French people in Paris. And yet this mayor dares to criticize Mr. Trump because he actually wants to do something against Muslims, to figure it out what their actual plans are when they visit his country. Disgusting. She's bowing to the aggressor and trying to humiliate the person who is trying to do something about the aggressor. So these were the most, in my opinion, interesting news items this week. Until the next time, bye bye.